If you want to start making music, it's rather easy. G'day, Arkforest here. If you've ever wanted to start making music, you've found the right video. Have you ever wanted to become the next Beethoven, the next Elvis, the next Beatles, the next Slipknot, the next Tiesto, the next Skrillex, the next XXXTentacion? Now it's easier than ever, and will likely continue to get easier. If you think you don't have a good voice, or you can't learn musical theory, or a musical instrument like the piano or guitar, you've got nothing to worry about. Many talentless musicians have become rather famous and wealthy enough to buy their own house, and car, and gaming computer, which they'll probably use to produce music or mine crypto with. All you need these days to make music is some kind of computer or phone. You could even produce music on your gaming console or on your car if you really wanted to. Point is, technology is much more readily available to the average person. You don't even need Windows or Mac, as I've been producing music on Linux, the family of free and open source operating systems, for some number of years now. If you only have a phone and no computer, you can still make music, though I recommend making it on the computer myself, since I'm used to it. Additionally, you would want to at least get a good pair of headphones. Though there are cheap options that sound great, like the Samson SR850, I currently use the Beyerdynamic DT770 Pro and DT990 Pro, both as 250 ohm versions. I have them both plugged into a Scarlett 2i2 audio interface through a separate headphone amp. I also have Yamaha 5-inch monitor speakers plus a subwoofer. However, that I would consider a luxury. The most important software you need is a digital audio workstation. There are many out there that exist as both paid and free software programs. The DAW I currently use is Ardour, which is free and open source and works on Linux, Mac, and Windows. At the same time, I have my eye on ZRhythm, another free and open source DAW, which is currently in its beta development stage before its official alpha release. These are not the only DAWs. There are other free DAWs like LMMS, Qtractor, Cakewalk, Rose Garden, Waveform, Ohm Studio, etc. Of course, there are also paid DAWs like Reason, Logic, FL, Ableton, Pro Tools, Cubase, but I recommend using Ardour. A digital audio workstation is good for creating two types of sound data, audio and MIDI. Recording audio is good for if you want to record yourself singing or playing a musical instrument. If you want to take this route, you will need a microphone. You might think you need the most expensive and fancy microphone and audio setup to go alongside your music. However, XXXTentacion was famous for having made many songs with just a cheap blue microphone he and his fellow rapper Ski Mask the Slump God bought off eBay. Plus, there are a lot of cheap microphones with fairly decent quality and can simply plug into your computer's USB port. Plus, some USB microphones also double as an audio interface. Otherwise, if you use a microphone that only supports XLR connections, you need an audio interface, which helps connect analog audio gear to your digital computer. Simply record yourself playing Fly to the Bumblebees or Stung on the River, or even singing Origa covers, and it will be hot in no time. I use a Rode NT1 for recording my voice, and I am currently using a Rode M1 for this video. I would not recommend using a gaming headset, however. MIDI, short for Musical Instrument Digital Interface, is a way to convert digital data to musical sound. In many conventional DAWs, you would create MIDI notes with certain attributes like velocity on a MIDI piano roll, and that would be linked to a virtual instrument to create a sound. This is especially useful for creating electronic music, which encompasses a wide range of different sounds and styles, It is the hottest technological innovation in music since guitar amplification, and you can seriously take advantage of it. If you can't play real musical instruments, you can learn how to use virtual instruments. Virtual instruments can emulate real musical instruments, or function more like electronic hardware. The first kind merely serves as a convenience tool. The second kind consists of such devices as synthesizers and samplers, and they are capable of creating a much wider range of sounds than traditional musical instruments are capable of. This is where musical innovation happens more often around these days. Most, if not all, DAWs come with their own virtual instruments. Otherwise, you can get third-party virtual instruments for free or for a fee. My favorites are Vital, Odin 2, Zinad Sub-FX, and LSP Multi-Sampler. If you want to give your music a professional polish, you can mix and master. Most, if not all DAWs, come with their own effects to help you mix and master. Otherwise, you can get third-party effects for free or for a fee. Usually, you would use EQs, compressors, reverbs, and limiters, among other types of effects, to help you mix and master well. I like to use the LSP plugin suite and Dragonfly Reverb for this. To sum up the video, music production is really easy. Pretty much all you need is a computer of some sort, a digital audio workstation, a pair of headphones, and optionally a microphone if you want to record audio. There are many more things you can get to support your musical endeavors, though they are not necessarily the core elements you particularly need to make music in the current day and age. I may or may not cover playing or performing music in another video. Otherwise, if you want to support me, I ask that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can buy my music on Bandcamp, as I am now selling my music there while I revamp my website to be better in the future. Also, support me on Patreon or LiberaPay, and join my Discord channel if you want to keep up with what I do. With that said, I'll see you next time. Bye.